Today we are having a special talks and we are having a guest in our institute, and today the guest is very special. So I want to welcome my guest with a few lines like वो कहते हैं जब वो बोलते हैं तो उनके अल्फाजों से फूल गिरते हैं. वो कहते हैं जब वो बोलते हैं तो उनके अल्फाजों से फूल झड़ते हैं. तो ऐसा है तो चलो उन्हें बुला कर देखते हैं. Hello Kaif sir, how are you?
I'm pretty well, and after having you, the way you are having line for me, you made me well. You made me fine. Exactly.
Sir, I learned this line from you.
Oh my God, I learned from somewhere. Okay, fine.
So sir, it's a being honored for me that today I am getting a chance to sit with you and discuss on a topic about not a topic, it's about your life.
Exactly.
It's like we are following the hashtag Ask Kaif sir.
Oh, exactly,
So
yes.
there are few questions from me and few questions from the public we have.
Exactly.
So today we are going to trap you in our questions.
Exactly.
Collections of questions.
I'm ready to be trapped.
So first of all, I am going to ask you a general questions like, whom do you see as your role model?
In my life,
Yes.
I think I just told her about this question. The thing that I have gone through, the thing that I
Role
have...
model in personality.
Personality.
Which personality do you admire?
Okay.
You want to become like?
I don't want to become like anybody, but yes, I like Barack Obama. The way he speaks, amazing exactly. But I don't want to be like him. I like his wordings, I like his statements, I like the way he talks. Yeah.
I understand you, sir. Like you are saying that the value of original is better than the duplicate.
Exactly.
Exactly. So my second question is that, sir, you are a trainer of English language.
Exactly.
But we know that we live in India where there are various languages. Like you give, if you travel in our state or other state, then when you go 100 kilometers, then you find a different language, different dialects.
Exactly.
So being an English teacher, how do you think that the people are using in our country English language more than their indigenous language?
Okay.
So by learning the English language, you have seen that people are forgetting their own culture and tradition. Have you ever analyzed this thing that people are becoming copying the foreign countries and become a foreigner, but they are forgetting their own culture and tradition?
You know what? First of all, let me tell you, I found this path to come in the stream of teaching English or training English doesn't mean that I am trainer of English language. You can have a look here, public speaking here exactly, and you can have look exactly kind of personality development, communication skill. I am here for that. If someone who's living in this country, he can communicate very well with the people. So I am for that. Now you are saying the forgetting the cultures. I'm a villager. I call my ammi. If I become elder, even if I become elder or young, my mother will become old and she will call me beta. Are you getting my point? Yes. For my mother, I will remain beta until I die or until my mother dies. Same like that. If you're from India, we are Indians. Whatever we do, whatever we eat, wherever we go, in the last we remain Indians. So why to forget Indianism? Yes. It is humble request to all of the people. If I'm teaching English, if I'm training English, if somebody does anything, for example, if you go Canada, if you do something for Canadian, doesn't mean that you are going to forget your culture. No, do each and everything. But don't forget the reality. Don't forget the actualization. So it is humble request not to forget the Indian culture.
But sir, in India we have seen there are a lot of people are uneducated. So they think like they do not consider English as a language. They consider it as a class.
Okay.
So why it is happen only in our country and mostly in the North India? Okay. The people admire like if they know the English language, then most of the people admire that or the think that if the person is knowing English language, then he is a very intelligent person. So how can we judge a person because of their language?
It's a very good question. But you said that there are, most uneducated people. Most uneducated. Tell me what do wait.
Means they do not having that kind of intellectuality to judge a person like because of the language they are judging the people. So I'm talking about the
Tell me one thing. What do you understand by uneducated and educated?
Educated person that we are having a degree of any institute or spend some time or in a school or a college, then we are called an educated person. And an educated person who is not illiterate or.
Okay. See, language does not decide your education, but language decides your kind behavior. If you are calling me तुम्हें नहीं पता, and if you say आपको नहीं पता, I can decide about your personality by that language. So it is not about someone who speaks English language, he will be well educated. Not at all. The education we get from home as well, the moral education exactly. If someone knows English language, what if he doesn't have moral education, then how can we call that he is well educated? So language decides about your personality, that how will you speak. If someone knows fantastic English, but if he doesn't have good behavior to talk, it is useless to know English language. Like I am speaking well English, but what if I do not have euphemism in my talks? What if I don't have, good behavior to talk? If I start misbehaving with you, so it is useless to have language of English language. So what I consider a person as an educated, one who has spiritual quality and one who has moral education. This is the primary. Secondary is academic or having knowledge from university or college. That is the kind of knowledge to be skilled exactly. Right?
So you mean to say that we have to change our mindset or mentality?
Absolutely, yes,
That English is just a language, and if you know the language, then we can communicate better with the other people also.
Exactly. It is like a medium to convey our thought. It is not about deciding about person's personality.
We cannot judge any person because of the language. No. But sir, in most of the countries, like I've recently in a current affair, there is a news that most of the countries like Italy, they are banning the language of English. So I want to know that what is the future of English language in our.
Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful question. What is the future of English language? See, I'm not father of English language, that if it stops, I'm gonna cry too much. Oh my God, English is gonna be stopped.
So this question is from public, like the youth want to know.
Many people, exactly.
When we go any interview, the people ask that do you know the English language or not?
And how is it going to be the future? Yes. I think nowadays you can see the Spanish is increasing, the French is increasing, Chinese even increasing, Japanese is increasing. So I'm not father of English language, I can say that I'm going to cry for it. But yes, if the language gives you euphemism, whatever the language, even our Sanskrit, well, if Italian people are banning, if they are rejecting the English language, that's fine, not an issue. It means they're giving importance on their language. If I talk about India also should have a national language. I appreciate that. If in future, what if it becomes Hindi language? Maybe, if it becomes. So I'm going to impart people with Hindi language as I'm here to develop the personality of a person. So I can build a confidence. I can build confidence of the people by Hindi language as well. Knowing language, having the skill of many languages doesn't mean that you are traitor of a country. Italian people are rejecting, but it doesn't mean that they don't know. They must know. If you talk to them, they will reply. Exactly. Like if you go in Bangla, they don't speak, Hindi language, but they understand. If you go in Sikkim, they will not speak, but they know how to speak exactly. They watch, Bollywood movies as well. So what I want to say that, yes, there should be identification for the country. Like Italian people are, promoting their Italy language maybe. So India should also promote a single language exactly, what I think.
Thank you, sir, for enhancing my knowledge. And my next question is that, like, sir, you are a good public speaker and you are having a huge confidence in you. So, sir, if you get a chance to become a Prime Minister of India,
oh my goodness, yeah.
And I hope that one day you will become a Prime Minister of our country, because we need some educated person in our political, foreign politics or in our government. We need a more educated person. Exactly. So if you get a chance to become being a Prime Minister of India, then, and if you have to work on a language, then there is so many demands arising from different states that make this language our national language of our country. Right. So which language do you support?
Okay, this is amazing. Exactly, But you mentioned that there should be educated politicians, right? So, and you have had me as an educated person. Please stop this. Means never consider me as uneducated. I am a kind of social worker. If the people call me Kaif sir is this and that, it is their love. It is their.
Educated person doesn't mean that you have having any degree. Like you have a knowledge, good intellectuality, and
that is what I'm saying. I never consider that. But if you consider there's so love, that's your kind of it's so nice of you, I will say. Now the point is that what if you become Prime Minister? Making language compulsory for a country, it doesn't come in the hand of Prime Minister first thing. It doesn't come in the hand of Prime Minister, yeah, right? It needs, I mean, a kind of.
Sir, if you are having a full majority government, then you can also make any language.
For that, we are just going to have a negotiation with all the states. Like, our Home Minister had words in the parliament, Hindi should be national language. Many people started protesting. So I'm going to have a great euphemism with all the states. Right now the situation is, in Bihar, the chief minister is so angry with the prime minister. In Delhi, the chief minister is so angry with the prime minister. Like in different states, the chief ministers are very angry with the prime minister. So may God bless a prime minister where a prime minister can have a good bonding with all the chief ministers. And if he has a good bonding with all the chief ministers, so there may be a possibility to negotiate with all people. One, if it is negotiated, a language can be a national language. I'm not forcing to make Hindi only. There can be a negotiation. I think most speaking language is Hindi after English language here in India.
Yes.
If I'm not wrong, exactly, right?
Yes,
So
mostly the people speak
mostly.
Hindi,
So maybe after negotiation it can be applied. For that, first of all, you have to build friendship with the people of the India. I really swear by God, I'm so sad about it that people are making country in a country now. I'm sorry to say publicly, exactly. People are making country into country. I will not take the name of state.
Conserve their own culture and tradition. That's why
Exactly. They are promoting their own state. I will not take the name. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 states are there. And the way they are exactly, reacting, it looks like they are from other country. Once I met a girl, I was in Delhi.
That's why I am saying that having a one national language, it make a unity.
Exactly. It will unite people. We have different languages. It is looking like that we have different countries in our country. I met a girl in Delhi and I was just sitting just like this one. We were having words each other. Then I said that, where are you from? I will not take the name of that state. She said, I'm from here. I said, oh, wow, that's a good state. She said, that's a country. I was damn. I said, excuse me? I'm proud to be from that country. I said, excuse me, that's our state. Say, no. We commit it and we admire and consider it as a country. It really hurt me. I became a bit emotional. Means why people are doing like this one, living in India and making the state like this country. I really want to pray to the God, make a prime minister. If this prime minister who can have exactly good bonding with all the people, with especially all the chief ministers, so that there could be, there may be, there might be, there must be, there should be a good negotiation with all the people, so that we can make a national language one single language. Not only this language, there are many things to be made, I will say. All right. Anything else that you want to ask?
No, sir. That's all.
Thank
you,
very
sir.
much. It was nice having you.
Thank you, sir.